Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to the first ever. First of all, let me just introduce the show. The show's called Politicking with MC Spice. We don't know why this person decided to talk with me and why she even thought I was worth anything. But you know what that is? That's good politics. To say that the people are worth it. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to the first Black woman and first Haitian woman on the city council in Everett.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up in Everett?
Yeah, grew up in Everett.
So basically born and raised.
I was born in Somerville, and then we moved to Everett when I was 3.
Okay. Somerville, Everett, okay. Is there any difference between the two that you like different spots to visit for food or?
Well, I love summer. I mean, I love my ice cream shop with my husband is in Somerville now, so I do like Somerville a lot.
Is that the ice cream spot that everybody goes to that's like on the little corner there?
It's on a corner, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's the spot that in the summertime the line's going this way, that way. Like,
Yeah, that's tipping cow. It's my husband David and I. Yeah.
I'm gonna come back to that. Right now, there's a lot of things that you're on your own Facebook page talking about, and one of them is linkage. One of them is housing. It's a crisis right now.
Mm-hmm. Huge crisis.
And being a city council, I'm sorry, I said city council at large. Being on the city council, do you find that fight, that desire to want to have affordable housing for people of not only the Everett but the surrounding areas, I would suppose? Do you think that affordable housing, on a whole, in this country is not only a crisis, but something that a lot of elected officials have not really been dealing with or even wanting to delve into?
Yeah, that's something that I've learned. I think there's a lot of politicians that feel like the housing issue is not their problem. It's more of, you need to work hard, you need to find a job, save your money, be able to, buy a house or pay your rent. But what happens when banks don't want to loan to specific areas or cities or people who may not have somewhat of the best credit but has a lot of income, or the other way around? Like, we need to talk about those issues, which I think can be changed through politicians. So it's interesting because it's totally has exploded. And recently we talked about linkage fee, and what linkage fee is basically a fund where developers can pay into, and that you can use that fund to build like affordable housing or help people with their path to home ownership. And our leadership of our city wanted to charge a really low amount, and I thought we should have went higher.
So they want to charge the lower amount to whom? The developers?
The developers, yeah.
Now, if the developers are the developers on board for this? Is this something that they've all said, sounds good?
No, they don't want it. So they were
Oh.
calling city councilors telling them that they didn't want it. And I was saying that I never got a phone call from any developers because, I'm not their number one fan. But yeah, they were trying to kill it.
Oh, so, okay, I'm a developer. I'm doing $200-300 million worth of stuff maybe every year or so. I'm going to grow, and I may not be a developer in only Everett. Maybe one day I'll grow and we'll move to Atlanta or wherever. So I'm trying to figure what is it that moves them to say, no, not only do we not want this, but we really kind of sort of don't want to compromise to that percentage or that number that whomever had come up with. With that being said, knowing that these people are going to make their money and move on, what is it to them that they must have Everett not allow that linkage fee.
Well,
That-
I think,
that-
right. And I think so at the end of the day, let's be honest, like people are going to build, people are going to develop, they're going to buy houses and rent them out, or they're going to buy apartment buildings or land plots and build up. They make money doing that. And so I don't think we should be afraid that developers would not come into areas to develop. I think we need to figure out a way, how can we control this housing crisis? And for so many years, we have let developers dictate policy when in reality, the people should be dictating the policies. Does that make sense?
Makes a whole lot of sense. I mean,
Yeah.
aren't they the one who elect everybody?
Exactly, which is why you'll notice if you go look at people's campaign funds, like always look at their, like who's donating to them, who has their say. And that's why I say, like, if you look at mine is mostly teachers, cashiers, people who work low wage jobs, who are middle class. Like I only get a few thousand. I get like $3,000 or $4,000 donations, and I'm not really a lot of people who donate $5, $10 is what really fuels my work.
So are you saying some of the developers, because it's very easy to look at the name of the company that the developer owns, go on the Massachusetts corporate website and look up the owner of that person, of that particular company, that development company, and then find, wait a minute, this person's contributing like crazy.
Yeah, you can find out. It's really easy. You can just go online and see.
Regardless, so they don't want to come to a compromise. They just don't want it done. With that being said, and you being the first Black, and at this time, the only Black on the city council, would that look like, you know what they say about, because I'm not Black. You looking at me like, what? Would that say that the Black person in the room is always the one complaining? Is that the way they're looking at it? Or are they looking at it like, hey, she got some valid points and let's all stand up as city council members and get behind this?
No, not my colleagues. I think if I was in Boston or Cambridge or Somerville or even Medford, I would have a lot more allies. But no, they really do not try to see it from my viewpoint. They think my ideas are too aggressive or too bold. Yeah.
What's aggressive in wanting more affordable housing for the average working class person in that district or in your community? What's aggressive about that? Meaning that what they're calling aggression is you wanting this for the people, wanting something that the people want and speaking on behalf of them. How is that aggressive?
Yeah, one of the councils on the floor said, I don't think this fund can help affordable housing. And I'm like, what? That's crazy. That's what, we can do with this. It's sad, which is why it goes back to, it's important to elect good people.
Well, linkage, the idea of how it's supposed to be done and the whole idea of even wanting it. Is this something that you wanted to put back on the books that was at one point reviewed? And what time period was this? What era was this, if in fact it was such a thing? I'm probably ignorant to this, or is this something new that you came up with and devised and said, here's what will work?
No, Boston has a linkage fee, and I think Boston's around $10 right now, a square foot, and Cambridge has it, Somerville has it. So what they do is usually they do a study to help determine what the fees should be, and that's what I was questioning. What was the study and what did they recommend? And come to find out, they recommended, I think, $5 to $8. And the mayor wanted the fees to be $2 to $4 for, 30,000 square feet, a $2, $3 difference. So I would want 5, the mayor wanted 2. That $3, that's almost $90,000. That's a lot of money to lose,
In the meantime, they build down the street from where I live. The taxes in my community goes up. I'm still working the same job with making the same money, and now I got to pay taxes because they don't want to do linkage fees so that I can find more affordable housing. So it still trickles down to the people, the same people that elected every single person in that office.
Right.
Is there his only compromise is a $2 per square inch. Was this actually what you ran on? Did you say, you know what, affordable housing is something we should deal with from the city council chamber?
So I did run affordable housing. I thought that the requirement fee was way too low and we should increase it. So basically, when a developer comes in and they build new housing, how many should be required affordable? I think for Everett, it's 10%, which is low. I think it should be at least like 25%.
So how does that factor in with units? I build
Right.
a 6-unit project, or I mean, or a 20-unit. Now they're not even building them in like tall structures. Now some of the developers are making these quote unquote apartments look like Philadelphia style, where it's 2 homes here and across the streets 2 homes. It's like a whole development, little community that almost looks like these people all own those homes. Is that what you're saying? And are you saying that what would be a 10% of I don't know, 9 units, not 10 units?
Right. So say you have, let's do 30, you build a 30-unit apartment. The state's requirement says that 3 out of those 30 has to be affordable.
Has to be?
Yeah, 3.
3?
3 out of 30.
Goodness.
What I'm saying is it should be at least 7. You know what I mean?
30 apartments. If they really want a tax break and I was in office, look, I need a third of it. Everything you do, a third, a third, a third. End of story. Whatever kind of tax breaks you want to give them. And then that way, 30 units, 10 units belong to the people. They can win that way. But I'm just the people, so. All right, now let's get into you some more.
Yeah.
Gerly Adrien. Is that right?
Yeah.
Young lady decides she wants to change the entire world at what age? 9 years old?
10.
Okay, seriously, you said I want to be president, obviously.
No. I wanted to be on the city councilor.
Wait, at 9?
At 10, yeah. I was reading, I would read I love to read, right, when I was younger, but I would read the local newspapers.
Yeah.
And so I would read about like the mayor and the city council, and yeah, I said this is what I wanted to do.
What mayor did you read about? Spark your interest to say, I want to be that. So you knew that the mayor was a part of the city council structure.
Yeah, so I mean, reading the local newspapers, our newspapers, which is still the same info, it gives you that breakdown and it goes through the elections. And I would save the rolls because they would come like every Thursday, and I would save them and I would read and go back and forth on them. And yeah, that was, I just would read about like the ideas or the decisions they would make or what the newspapers would talk about. And I would always think like, this is not what like families are going through. This is not what we should be talking about.
What the? So did your mother said, "Girly, girl, if you don't," I mean, what did your parents say? What did your family say?
They thought I was going to go to law school and be an attorney. So,
Is that what they had rather you do?
um, I think they think politics uh is tough. They
Yeah.
see what I go through. They pray a lot for me and they worry. They don't know why. You know, um, I had a really good career when I was working after college. I moved to New York and I worked for one of the biggest banks and I was making a lot of money. And um, they didn't understand why I wanted to quit my job and be involved in politics. So,
Wow,
they,
really?
yeah.
So, all right. So, you got an MBA.
Hmm. Yeah.
So you first got one college degree at one college,
Hmm.
which was excuse me,
Bentley.
Bentley College. All
Hmm.
right. So, and you were almost driving Bentleys, but you decided to leave New York. So then you said, okay, um, I want to go ahead and get my MBA.
Hmm.
And you go to get your MBA from a whole nother college, which was,
Boston University.
so you're like a Martin Luther King in the making.
No.
Well, you don't know where you're going with, because I see way more than where you with this kind of fight. Do you gather one day you may have to run for mayor to set some things straight?
I think I'm not going to be those type of people that stays in politics for a long time.
Oh,
Um, yeah, no, I don't.
so you're gonna hopefully. Well, now wait. I was gonna ask you a question concerning nonprofits. Hopefully, start a nonprofit as it relates to housing.
Hmm.
You actually worked in a nonprofit sector.
Hmm. Yep, and I still work. I still work at a hospital now, full
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Now, so when we're perusing the internet and we go to your Twitter and your Facebook,
Hmm.
it says owner of tipping cows. I'm
Yes,
like,
that's
is
the
this
ice
a
cream
real
shop.
thing? Excuse
Yeah,
me?
that's the ice cream shop.
Oh, so it's a real thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a joke that you go around at night like some pranksters do and they actually go tip. You know, people do that, right?
Yeah, in the yeah.
Has anybody ever asked that?
Yes.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but is that where you got the name from? Did you actually go out tipping cows before?
No. No, even though my husband is from St. Louis,
They
he's
tip cows out there?
no, it's the
Oh,
Midwest. It's the Midwest. So
yeah.
he's
Okay, so he's from St. Louis,
yeah,
St.
yeah,
Louis,
yeah.
and Haiti. Man, that's some gumbo going on. That's some good food. Y'all gotta invite us over. Me and my wife would love it. I could just imagine. So, um, oh, so did you cook two different types of soups on January 1st?
So we usually do the squash, the soup
Okay,
dumu. Yeah.
okay.
You've had it?
I've been wanting that all my life and have never had it. And I'm so
Really?
tired of people putting it on Facebook. I get mad.
Oh,
They're
really?
like, "Oh, it's time! Oh, it's time!" I also get mad at the fact that they're celebrating a real New Year, and we're not. Haiti don't play. The fight is in you naturally. Their New Year is off the chain. Their New Year story is off the chain. Um, I'm sure you know what I'm getting at with that. But okay. So you do the MBA. You're now on your way. You went to high school, and it's still on your mind. I'm going to be a city council person, even in high school. Nothing's changed. Is that how it went?
Um, yeah, so high school, I was on the pre-law track, and then realized I didn't want to go to law school anymore and wanted to go into business. And yeah, so after college, I did 3 years, and then I went into managing a campaign to see how politics was on the ground. And then yeah, so I work full time for like nonprofits during the day, and then um, decided to run for the city council seat. And yeah, I love mixing. Like I get to do business with Tip and Cow, and I get to do politics, and then I also get to. I'm a finance manager, so I get to work on. I like trying to keep my mind analytical.
Okay. So you like crunching numbers. Numbers is your thing. You're a math person.
I do. I like doing numbers. I do.
Do you find yourself trying to make yourself get it wrong by looking at it over and over and said, okay, I know it's correct, but are you a perfectionist when it comes to numbers like that?
I'm not a perfectionist. I like Excel. I love Excel actually. I can like sit in Excel and like play with numbers or like think. I love Excel. Um,
Once I can't see four more tabs in front of me, I leave that thing alone. I only deal with four tabs and that's it. I see millions of tabs and I'm like, how can people work on this? I'm not letting it be known that I just am not good at Excel. But math people are good at that. And, I think that that's wonderful that you decided that. But is that now that's the breakdown? Now mom and dad is being told, I'm going to change my direction here. I'm not doing the attorney thing. They must have just dropped to their knees and started praying like crazy. Once
yeah,
you made your mind up.
yeah. My parents have always, and I've been truly blessed. They've always like, if you want to do something, you believe in it, you go ahead and do it. And so I've been thankful for that.
Okay. So can I ask what campaign that was that you worked on?
Yeah, so my friend Isaiah Thomas in Philadelphia, he ran for city council at large. He's currently a city councilor there for at large over there.
Okay. He got a great name. That's a basketball name.
Yeah,
Okay. So I'm at Tipping Cow. Where's your ice cream shop located?
in Somerville. 415 Medford Street.
What's the slogan?
Oh, I should know this. But it's oh, I don't know. I feel like I should know this, but it's like home because we make small batches of ice cream.
Hmm.
So I think it has to do something with that.
Oh, okay. So and these, I know no one's ever asked you this, but these ain't the cows that we've been seeing at Chick-fil-A.
No. No, because our ice cream, like we make our base. A lot of ice cream places, they don't make their own base. They usually like, buy it or
You
um
what?
yeah,
So
so our
you're
ice
you're you're like a Haagen-Dazs because Haagen-Dazs they say they don't take they say most places they churn it and churn it and take the fat out. Haagen-Dazs does not remove the fat, which makes it so creamy and good.
yeah, we make our base and it's really good. You should come by when we
I'm gonna do that. But so who came up with the idea? Is that a family owned? Did you start it? Did who started the ice cream company?
my so my husband and I, what we did was we both wanted a business, and since we were in Massachusetts, I met my husband in Philly, so we decided to look for the best business opportunity here, and um, originally, I think we were hoping maybe to do a coffee shop, but there's like a coffee shop on like every corner here. And so somebody was selling their ice cream shop, and we were like, oh, what if we bought it and made it our own? And that's what we did. We bought it from the owner. The person didn't want to do it anymore, and we we renovated the place. We made a lot of new flavors, creative flavors. Like we have like blueberry ginger, and I just had one of my favorites is snickerdoodle, or gooey butter cake. That is amazing. If
Gooey butter cake?
yes.
God, that sounds like I gotta have that one. It just sounds like that's ice cream. So these are flavors you came up with yourself. Uh, and you did tell me that most of the places, what do they do with their base? They buy the base from somewhere else?
Yeah, they buy it
And
usually.
just put their name on the doggone jug like I said.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So so somebody's not telling us the truth when we're watching these how it's made things on TV. When we show up, they're just turning something around, it's already been done.
Yeah, yeah. I'm always surprised too now. Like we just found an ice cream place that we thought, and they're like, yeah, no, they don't make their base. We're like, what? Really?
So here's the thing. All these years that I've been like eating what I want, I've never thought to myself, I wonder who made this base. Because right now I'm still trying to figure what you mean by they don't make their own base.
Yeah, so
Meaning,
let's see, how can I give you an example? So
tell to the layman, tell the layman about the base.
I know, right? So how we make okay, so the base is basically like the first initial ingredients of the ice cream that we usually like let chill for like 24 or 48 hours. But that part is usually bought, and then someone can mix in like chocolate chips, or they'll mix in like mint stuff in there to give it more flavor. But we make ours from scratch, from beginning to end.
So what you do at Tipping Cow is almost like what Cold Stone will do when you show up to buy something. Oh, I want this, I want that, and they just grab the cold ice cream and mix it together right on the spot.
That's a good version of that's a good version of it.
Yeah, but of course, all they're doing is taking out a base that they bought somewhere else and doing it in front of us like they're doing something.
Exactly. Yeah.
So now, this is this study? Is this something you and hubby studied before you did it, or did the other guy said, "I'll show you everything"?
So my husband, he's a really good cook.
Oh, so he knows the science of it.
Yeah, and he really cares about his craft and making people smile with his food. So, really, really good at creating different flavors, and it's really it's really interesting. It's really, really cool. But he is like the genius behind it, I always say. Like we have this coffee cookie. Oh my gosh. And I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee, but that ice cream is
coffee cookie that you have at the place?
coffee cookie, yeah.
Okay.
It's like amazing.
All right. Wow. Okay, so it's more than just ice cream. They have all the other little snacks and stuff, the stuff that you guys make as well.
Like sometimes we'll have brownies and cookies. Yeah. Yep.
Ah. Okay. So he already knew how to make ice cream when he went and bought that business.
Yeah. It's yeah, so we kept it like a community shop, and it's not free, so it's open, basically to everyone. And we also have vegan flavors.
Vegan flavors.
Yeah, so not using like eggs or milk. We
So
use
then what are you tipping?
coconut cream, coconut.
What are you're not tipping the cow for that one. What's that one called? Tipping eggplants?
Yeah, no, coconut cream, coconut milk. You
Okay.
should try the vegan flavors. Like he'll have vegan cookies and cream. Um
My wife will eat all the vegan stuff you guys got. Your food, I got to have the real deal. I can't do it. I just can't. Since we're speaking ice cream, butter pecan or maple walnut?
Oh, see, we don't have nuts, so we don't sell.
You know what? No, wait. You just said you don't have nuts in there?
No nuts. No nuts. No.
So you're telling me that your constituents have not walked in there saying, yeah, butter pecan, please.
No, like sometimes, I mean, I remember one time somebody asked for pistachio and, we were like, no, but I was like, try this flavor. And, they usually, because we have such a, different variety,
Yeah.
they usually just fall in love with one of them. Like, I want people to try other flavors than just vanilla or chocolate. So,
So if you could choose either, which would you rather have, butter pecan or maple walnut?
I don't think I've ever had maple walnut, but I love butter pecan.
Okay. Um. Okay. Here goes some more questions about food. It's Thanksgiving. Which one makes? Which one would you rather have? Cake or pie?
Cake.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. You and hubby are watching a movie together at home.
Mm-hmm.
You like the mystery, the drama, or the comedy?
Trauma.
Okay. Which one of you talk to the TV, him or you?
I talked to.
Who talks during the movie like, no, go over there?
Yeah, no, that's me.
So, so even watching a movie, you're fighting. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gerly is the person for the people. She even fights during the movies. Okay. Right now, the housing crisis. Let's back to this. Actually, before we get back to the housing crisis, say this one word, and I want you to just expound in any kind of way you'd like as it relates to this word. And I would hope that we're not going to be having to have to say this word after the next couple of years or months. COVID. Say anything that comes to your mind and whatever you think about that.
Food insecurities.
COVID, food insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
Food insecurities and COVID. Now you got me baffled.
Yeah, I think during COVID, you ever go by the food pantries lately?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I felt like I never noticed the lines before, but this past year, lines are like along the block, like, and it's like every week. So I feel
Do
like
you think do you think that most of it is necessity, or do you think that it's a 50-50 where people don't know what's going to happen next?
I think it's a necessary, like they need it because food is not lasting 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So you've done your MBA.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like $50,000 shaved off of that?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Do you think it should be a possibility, or do you think this is something that could be taken up in local government instead, so we don't have to wait for anybody?
No, I think the federal government should do it, and they should do it today, tomorrow, now.
Well, right now they're saying they may do 10,000.
Yeah, no,
Is
that's
that
not,
going to work with you?
no, that's not enough.
Okay. Um. Okay. Once again, I'm speaking with Gerly Adrien. Um. That is. I mean, so when your friends are calling you girly, are they calling you girly or they're calling
Yeah.
you girly? You know what I mean? How do you know if they're saying girly your name or hey girly?
I mean, they'll be like girl or yeah, it's a lot of they'll just say girly. They usually
Okay.
yeah.
Um, most fond memory during high school, or most fond memories.
Oh, playing basketball.
What? Oh no, that's what. Okay, that's what all the yo. Give us some room. Put us on. That's what. Okay. Oh, well then there it is. So you and Gina Raimondo have something in common. You know about Gina Raimondo, right?
Yeah, the governor, right? Well,
She was a triathlete.
yeah. Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah, when this whole COVID thing came, she was asking people to do push-ups and went on TV with push-ups. So now she's going to be the Commerce Secretary.
Hmm.
Um, are you hoping that our new housing or whoever's in charge of HUD would also step up to try to fix
Marcy,
this from a federal
Marsha,
perspective?
yeah, so Marsha Fudge from Ohio, she's gonna be our new HUD. Well, hopefully if she gets confirmed. But yeah.
So you have you read up on her? I'm sorry, I'm gonna be moving around. Have you read up on her to see if she actually falls in line with what you are trying to get done? Does she?
Yeah, so she she's a Black woman, and she comes from a district that has seen a lot of different sides of shifting in terms of housing and needs. So I think she'll always speak on those type of lens. She's been an elected official, so this will be more of an executive role. So I feel like elected official versus executive role is very different. So it'll be great to see her skills in that. And I think she'll understand it. I think her story, her background, she's seen it. So I'm excited to see what she'll do. I
Is
think it's
there
better
any?
for us to be positive and hope, you know.
Well, as opposed, I mean, as you said, elected versus someone who's on a executive position. The issue with the executive position is what will you hope for as it relates to something that can be concrete so that it doesn't present itself to us for now and then it's snatched away when another administration comes in, because that's the way it's going. It's boom, boom. Do you think an act should be put in place with respects to housing crisis itself, or just affordable housing? Should there be an act in that way? We got 25 years.
Mhm. So, I think we need to have a conversation about home ownership more, particularly in our
Ah,
communities. You
okay.
said, yeah, I think that's the path we need to really have. Like, I look at studies all the time, and I just read a study about in St. Louis, right? Because my husband's from there, but they were talking about how in the north section of St. Louis, that banks did not loan, basically. Like it was like less than 10% compared to the south where more Caucasians live. So the north is where the blacks live, and south is really where a lot of the Caucasians live. How they were able to get loans like 80% of the time, and the north was not. And it's like, okay, so it's like that's not fair, right? That like how do
So
we how do we get homes then if we can't get a loan or a mortgage from the bank?
So now you're talking. Now it's not about home ownership. Yep, you're absolutely right as it relates to what you're saying. The thing now is, okay, we go that route. Now you're talking what? Are you talking coming up with policies that will change the bank's policies?
I think we need to regulate our banks and hold them accountable. Yeah, definitely. And that is honestly should be done um, the top level at the federal level, right? Because this is a systematic issue across the whole country. This is not just like one specific state. I
Mm-hmm.
think if you look at most inner city areas, you will see this issue. And that's something that the federal government should be regulating, reprimanding. Like if you are continuing these type of discrimination or this process, you're in trouble.
That's called redlining, and you really believe that the banks will be held accountable for redlining?
I think again, I think if we have good people in office and in these executive roles, like Marcia Fudge can make those changes. I think it could be possible. We won't know, but I think we'll see by what she does.
Okay. Do you have gift cards at Tipping Cow?
Yes, we do.
Because I'm so ready to come in and just go bananas up in there, man. That
Yeah.
gooey uh cake. What is it called again?
Oh, gooey butter cake.
Oh, can I see it on the menu online?
I don't think we have that picture up.
Oh, you got to put it up. And I'll tell you what, you should invest in scratch and sniff for the website.
So I think you'll love the gooey butter cake is like, and it goes out really fast. So
Okay. Yeah, well, now I know I'm gonna be there very long. So once again, Tipping Cow is located in not in Everett. It's in
Somerville.
what city? Somerville.
Yep.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. So you no longer go to the little place you guys used to like have dates at, the other Somerville place in the little circle, the other
Yeah.
ice cream spot.
Yeah. Somerville there.
Okay, well, so okay, you go to Somerville. So after you get your doughboy and your fish sandwich, head over to the Somerville and get your ice cream at Tipping Cow. What's the address once again?
415 Medford Street.
Yeah, you know why I'm saying this, right? Because you said hubby loves cooking and hubby loves food, and I know that that's his thing. Hey, hubby, Tipping Cow, gonna sell a lot of people away, brother. And then you're gonna see me walk in there. I'm leaving with a lot of that. I'm gonna come on one of my cheap weekends and I'm gonna eat all of it. You know what I mean? In the meantime, what can we do as private citizens to support what you're doing for people as it relates to housing and affordable housing in our communities? What can we do to help our city council persons? What can we do to mobilize this movement and make it happen?
So I think not just like I don't think a movement should just be about one person, right? I think it's about like a lot of people. And so wherever you live, wherever you are, right? You figure out who your local elected officials are and find out what they're doing and let them know that there's issues that you care about. I always look to my allies in other cities for ideas and to see what they're doing so I can help me to figure out what is needed in my community. And so if you push those people, you could see a better regionally better area for everyone. So I literally always ask people, because people are like, what can I do to help? I'm like, yo, you figure out how to hold your elected officials accountable and make them
Well,
work.
how can we help you with what you're trying to do? Even if we're coming from another city, even another state, is there a way to make that possible, or do we use what we have, our
I
tools
mean,
right
if
here
you
on
go on my
social media?
website and sign up to like volunteer and help me with phone banking, they are working to make sure I don't get reelected. But we are going to start having volunteer nights to call voters and tell them about my real record. As well as if you want, donate. Like I say, I've gotten $2 donations. I've gotten a dollar donation. I've gotten 500. So, I think when you donate even a dollar, it shows that you support that person.
Hmm.
Um, and I think those are big too.
Okay. And what is the website?
So it's my name, girlyadrien.com.
Okay, GerlyAdrien.com.
Yeah.
GerlyAdrien.com.
Yeah.
It's very easy for you. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Girly Adrian. It's like girly, but with an E. GerlyAdrien.com.
Yeah.
And, off record, she's told me already that everybody who comes out and helps her knock on doors or any other kind of campaigning will get one scoop of ice cream paid for by me. No, I'm just kidding about that part. But so, yeah, where's the campaign office going to be, or is that one of the setups? You probably having
Oh
meetings
no.
at the ice cream spot.
No, so we're looking in Everett, um, at a few different places now.
This thing
Um,
that you said about they're trying to have me unseated, that's bothersome. Like,
yeah.
you already know there's a crop of people who want you unseated.
Yeah, they've already started to like I on Thanksgiving they were outside. We have a popular bakery, and they were outside the bakery uh, telling people do not vote for Gerly Adrien. Election's a year from now.
As long as it wasn't in Mattapan Bakery, we good. You know about La Foya, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. As long as it ain't there, we good. But so they went out there saying, "Do not vote." What's a do not vote? They're wasting their time. Whoever they want to be elected, put up their signs and say, "Vote for this person." You don't say, "Don't vote for anybody."
Well, they just let people know that they despised me.
You do know that they've actually gotten you a whole lot of votes by doing that, right?
I totally agree. I think they're messing up their plan.
Yeah, okay, so I go, someone tells me don't vote. I go online, I'm go, wait a minute, she got an MBA. Wait, what? Oh, wait, this is the ice cream shop. Hey, honey, that's the ice cream shop we go to. Now it's over. Now I've done my research and I see that this person is the person we want.
Yeah.
And here's why they don't want her in, because she's fighting for um, housing. And what's one of the other things that's
So equity, I always talk about equity. So making sure that, on the boards and the commissions, it represents the community. Positions at City Hall, lower level, middle level, senior level, making sure everybody gets an opportunity, um, and contracts. So the dollars, where is it going? Who's it going to? That's really important to me, especially as a small business owner. I feel like getting a government contract can really help save businesses. So who's getting those?
right.
Uh, so that's and then
Isn't it unfortunate it only has to go through the SBA?
So, I'm actually learning about the procurement process now because like, I don't know if you heard about what happened today in Boston with the Black Economic and Amplify Latinx and the Greater Boston Latino
Yeah, how
Center.
it got disbanded as soon as the mayor left.
Yeah. Well, and today they decided to sue the city of Boston for lack of giving out contracts to minorities, so Black and brown businesses, for like
Okay,
$71 million.
that's not going to be settled out of court.
Boston
is very arrogant. Boston is very arrogant. They will fight back and give everybody $50,000. Boston's notorious for that.
Yeah.
But, who did they do it with? I didn't read on that part.
Yeah, well, it just came out today, so you should definitely read it. I was like, when I saw it, I was like, wow, they filed it with the DOJ.
Oh, with the new DOJ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we going to be able to talk to you more? I mean, especially with the alternative election about to come back around. We want to talk to you more. And then when these things settle down here, we're going to show up at the shop and speak to you there as well. We're going to continue to talk to you, period, because we want to make sure that I was told by one of our elders in our politics that visibility means a whole lot. And it's cool that you're posting on your site. It's cool that your friends may post here and there, but I think a lot of us should get into posting, sharing, so that we can be well informed and make informed decisions.
Yeah, I think again, always look to who's your elected, your local, and like literally ask them questions. What are they doing? What have they done? Get to know them.
Okay. They're not going to unseat you. Gerly Adrien, thank you so much for the conversation. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and thanks for giving me the time this late at night.
Thank you.
All right. See you later.